Ya, okey, teruskan.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera saya ucapkan dan bertemu kembali dalam slot keempat pada hari ini bertajuk Personal Branding and Opportunities at CIMB. Saya ucapkan selamat datang kepada 3 orang panel jemputan kita pada hari ini, iaitu Mr. Hairul Effendy Hamdan yang merupakan Campus Outreach and Graduate Recruitment. Panel kedua kita, Ms. Sharon Reshvin Kaur, merupakan teknologi recruiter, dan juga panel ketiga kita iaitu Ms. Adrienne Yong, merupakan graduate recruiter dari CIMB Bank. Untuk slot petang ini kita akan lebih memfokuskan kepada bagaimana atau kaedah untuk kita para peserta meluaskan diri ataupun mempertingkatkan diri dalam mencari peluang pekerjaan dan juga peluang kerjaya yang ada di CIMB Bank. Saya yakin dan percaya personal branding ini juga merupakan salah satu kunci kejayaan seseorang itu untuk dilamar dalam bekerja. Jadi bagi meneruskan program kita pada hari ini, saya ingin menjemput dan mempersilakan Mr. Hairul Effendy Hamdan, Ms. Sharon Reshvin Kaur dan juga Ms. Adrienne Yong untuk membuat perkongsian bersama kita pada hari ini. Dipersilakan.
Assalamualaikum and good evening everyone. Just want to get the further clarification for this type of engagement. The mode of the communication, the slide that can hear me?
Yes, now can.
Okay, good. Okay, just want to double confirm. The way that how we do the presentation for today, we are using English throughout the program. But however, from time to time, actually, if let's say you do have some question doesn't matter in English or in Bahasa, please let me know. And then before we proceed with that, I'm so happy to be here together with my colleague. Let me do to share my screen first. Okay, good. Okay, Assalamualaikum and then good evening to everyone, to all UKM students and also the rep from the Career Center from the UKM. We are so happy to be here today to do the sharing, what the thing that we can share with all the students. Not only for the technical knowledge, not only for some personal branding, and also at the same time, we would like to share about the job opportunity, what the thing that we have in our plate right now, and then we can offer it to the student. Especially based on my understanding, Azaf, you correct me if I'm wrong, because for this type of the pool for today, actually you are looking for currently that we are focusing for the final year student, right? And then they're going to graduate somewhere in August and September. So they are open for the job opportunity in the Q4 2021, right? Okay, awesome. Okay. Okay, let us to do the short introduction. Later on, for each speaker, they will share about they themselves during their session. In general, today we have the 3 speakers with us, and then we will do the sharing based on our our expertise, what the thing that we can share later on. For us to introduce, myself is Effendy Hamdan. I am the graduate recruiter for CIMB, focusing for the complete banker program and also for the fusion. It's not only that, I'm also the person in charge for the campus engagement. Together with me today, 2 ladies here, Sharon and Adrienne. Later they will share about themselves during the session. I just want to get the confirmation. Sharon, are you able to go in now?
Yes, I can.
Okay, awesome. And Adrienne, are you in already?
No,
because
I don't hear it from Adrienne.
Okay, never mind. Later we will do the sharing about Sharon and also for the other. Okay, for us to start, we try to make it as casual as we can, because I know today is a Saturday and then people plan to rest or also to do some homework for their final exam. So we will try to make it this session as casual, as fast as we can, as long as all the students can understand what it's all about, especially when we talk about the personal branding. Okay, here we go. Previously, especially during my time, when we all go and apply for a job, we tend to prepare our own CV in the hard copy, 2 or 3 or 4 pages, and then we will go to the shop every Saturday, go to the store, and then look for the opportunity, and then write the letter, and then send it by post. So when we talk about the current platform, especially when we talk about the 2021, all the job advertisement, actually they all going online. So meaning to say that for the employer's point of view, we are able to do the filtering on the candidate before we proceed for the interview. So when we talk about the personal branding, especially in the online platform, which is currently we tend to use for the LinkedIn, you always to remember, it's all about your pitch. It's all about how you market yourself. For you to understand how, from the point of view, from the company, from the employer point of view, for them to read through and for them to understand before they dig out, before they go for your CV. So the most important thing for you to know, actually the 4 elements in the LinkedIn, which is your online platform, which is we talk about your personal contact. Which is how to contact you. Later, I will share with you about it. And then the second one, we talk about the qualification and also experience. Number 3, we talk about the skill set, what the thing that you have, the thing that you can bring to the table. And last but not least, we talk about your key strength, your achievement, what that you have received during your uni time, what else that you can do to offer to your employer. Okay, let's me go one by one about it, and then later during the session, if let's say you do have any other question, please feel free to drop your chat in the chat room, or probably you can turn on your speaker and to ask us. Okay, this is when we talk about the online profiling. When talk about online profiling, this is what to correct. This is more about the professional online profiling. What the thing that you want employer, your future employer, to read about you. Because from the beginning, probably you can apply for the job, and then for them to get to know you better from the surface who you are before they go further. And also at the same time, if let's say you are not applying for the job, but we as a recruiter in the company, we also can go and then to do some so-called the stock to your profile, and then for us to get to know you better. And then later we will talk about it. Okay. Okay, let me go for this. Good. Okay, in general, okay, except today, based on my research last night, when talk about the LinkedIn, they have over 600 million members in over 200 countries, which is every month they have about 260 monthly active users. So meaning to say that we as a recruiter, we have to look into this profile every day, and then for us to go to interact with all of you. When we talk about that, we as a recruiter, we use LinkedIn for us to vet through the candidate before we pull their profile to our folder, and then for us to go and contact you. And then also at the same time, we as a recruiter, we tend to choose and look into your LinkedIn profile over the CV. So this is the point of view from the recruitment, the point of view from the recruiter. But what's for you? This is the thing that you can do, especially for you to enhance the visibility, who you are, for people to get notice you. Oh, this is actually the good candidate for us to hire. And then for you also at the same time for you to reach out to the higher network. So meaning to say that if let's say you're looking for other opportunity, example in GLC, so you don't really have to look up for the 1 or 2 GLC. So you can make your network larger, and then also for you to keep updated with the current trend, because this is the thing that usually, especially from the leaders from the head of the chief of HR. They do some sharing about what the students should know, and then for you to keep updated about the current trend. And last but not least, the most important using the linking is you got to connect with the industry leader. Example, for those coming from the accounting, finance, economic, probably you can link into the chief investment officer, probably the chief strategy officer, chief finance officer, for you guys to get to know them, what the thing that they really want, what the thing that they are currently doing, and then for you to know, okay, this is the current trend. I have to keep myself updated for me to learn about it before I apply for the job. Okay. Okay. When talk about the linking, just put yourself in the other social media. When we talk about the other social media, we try to impress others, for them to follow us, for them to connect with us, for them to for them to link together with us. So what make they think that you are attractive enough for them to connect with you? I will talk about the six element here, and how to make your online profile stand out, meaning to say that people get to know you better, and then for them to know that, okay, this will be my future candidate. I want to recruit this type of candidate for my team. This is the thing that I'm looking at, because later on, after they get to know you, they will go to HR. For example, Andy, okay, can you please look into this candidate? I think he's okay. I want you to connect with him or her, and then for me to interview. This is the thing that you need to know about how to make your online profile stand out. Let us to go through all 6 elements here, and then for us to understand what it's all about. Okay, before I proceed to the next stage, if let's say I go too fast, please stop me. If let's say you need to ask any question, okay, you can stop me and then ask straight away, or probably you can wait until the end of session. Okay, let us do this. Okay, especially from the youngsters, when we talk about the profile, when we talk about the social media, okay, the most important thing, the most important element that people will look into, they want to get to know you. How they want to get to know you? They will go to the visual. When we talk about the visual, they will go to your photo. They need to understand, orang ni siapa? Okay, siapa orang ni? Why they want to connect with me? So they will link into the photo. Because by having the photo, they will know, okay, this is the type candidate that I want. So you need to be extra careful. This is the common pitfall that happening nowadays, especially from the youngsters. When we talk about that, how they want to present themselves, how they want to put the right photo in their online profile for the... Hello?
Yes, can hear you, Andy.
Okay. Because I can hear the noise just now. Okay. How people to get to know, example, if let's say you connect with me later on, I will click yes to connect with you. Okay. By having the right photo, okay, just to let you know, you are able to make it your profile to get the better view, to increase the view and acceptance by the recruiters by 14 times more than without the good photo. And then also always remember this, that having a good photo is only make a good first impression, because people will know you, okay, this is the candidate that I met before, and then now they connect with me. Example, during this time, the sharing session online, because after this, 1 or 2 of you probably may turn on your camera and then talk to us. And then later you will connect with us later on, and then we can simply to recognize, oh, this boy actually talked with us during the session, during the UKM session. Oh, this particular girl asked the relevant question. I think I like her. Okay, we like to take down the name, because we can recognize, we can link into your photo when you connect with us during the session. And then also always remember, when you use your photo for your online profile, always look at the camera, because when having said that, you are connecting, you put your eyes to the recruiter, like you're talking to me just now. When I look at you, like you look at me back. Hold on. And then also at the same time, I'm not asking you to have a big smile in your photo. As long as we know that you have a good smile, and then for you to interact. Because when we look at your photo, we are imagining that we are talking to you. And also at the same time, have the natural background. When I talk about the natural background, meaning to say that probably you can go to the Canva later on. I mean, for you to remove your background. But at the same time, probably some of you okay, probably for you to get the natural background and then you go to the Canva to remove your background. This is the thing that you can learn from time to time how to do that. However, some of the candidates, they are quite creative. They want to use other background. And like me, myself, I want to use the background in my office. So this is the thing that what we can do. As long as not the background at the like a restaurant, the background at the bar, something like that. And last but not least, always remember for you to dress appropriately, dress nicely, dress professionally for you to have a good photo. Okay. From time to time, we will look into your profile. But however, if let's say you are currently in the final year student and then you plan to apply for a job next year, probably a year time from now, always remember for you to change your photo. Because yes, your look probably similar to last year, okay, but we want to have your current photo for you to put in. Like myself, I took this photo last year in, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere in July. So meaning to say it's almost 1 year. So this is the right time for me to change it. Okay. And then at the same time, you can see for the one that usually that we receive from the student. Always remember about the thing that you cannot do. When we talk about this, do not use your photo, the one that you took your selfie in the toilet, the one that you're having some fun with your friend, or probably you are coming back from the like so-called like from the jogging, from the hiking, because we want to have your good photo professionally. So meaning to say that later on I will brief you how to evaluate, how to rate your photo later on. Okay, I will give you one example. From our team, this is the photo that we use for our linking. So in total, just to let you know, for the graduate recruitment and campus engagement, we are actually a big team. Our big boss is Miss Muna. Actually, she is the head of the talent management and also employer branding. So you can, from this, you can see that what type of photo that we are using. Okay, from time to time we will change from time to time based on the requirement. If let's say, especially for those who are actively looking for the job, this is the right thing for you to do. Okay. Okay, like I mentioned earlier, how to rate your photo, because we want to talk about your personal branding. We want to talk to your online profiling, how you want to rate your photo. Okay, when we talk about the element to do your rating on your photo, the simple way for you to do, actually for you to use your photo, get your lecturer, get your career center to evaluate whether this is the good photo for you to use or not. However, some of you probably a bit shy to do that because on the certain element, probably you can go to the photofiller.com, and then after that you can upload your photo, and then for you to get the assessment by the web, this is the free website for you to get the assessment online to see how good you are in the photo. Example, this is the 3 photo that using by one of the candidate, and then you can see from the how competent he is, and then also in terms of the competent, in terms of the likable, and also for the influential. When we talk about the job, okay, we are not really looking for the likable. Okay, when we talk the likable, how big is your smile, and then you can get the better rate. Example, you can look the photo at the middle, and then the photo actually at the left hand side, my left hand side. You can see the likable from the 49% increase to 96 increase to 96 because of the smile. That's not the only thing. And also at the same time, you can see how he positioned himself to the camera. Okay, and then also the way that how he looked, and then also the background that he used, because the background that he used from the first photo is actually a bit blurry, and the second one actually he removed the photo, make it like more casual, and then he can increase it. And then also the last but not least, if let's say you are able to use, later I will brief you on how to use Canva to do some editing on your photo. Like the last photo, actually you can use for the competent. This is usually the thing that what we're looking at in our linking. Competent and also inflation, you can see how the number, the percentage has been increased. For example, for the competent from the 90 to 96. Okay, because the background that he used is actually the clear background. He looked at the camera with a smile, and then at the same time you can see the how he positions himself. The head is straight because the photo at the middle actually is actually a bit to the left. So you can see the difference how he can do this. So for the all student, you just go to the photofiller.com, upload your photo, and then you can see this is the good photo or not. If let's say you want to see whether you want to use the photo A, photo B, or photo C, get the 3 photos, upload together, and then you can see the percentage, is it increase or not. Like I mentioned earlier, when we talk about the job, the online profiling in linking, usually people will look into the competent and also influential, because likable is actually more on the other social media. So you get where I'm coming from, because you don't have to worry about whether the photo that you use is really good or not. Just go for this free website, and then for you to evaluate, and then for you to decide which photo that you want to use. Okay, hold on. Okay, when we talk about others, okay, when we talk about the linking, this is actually your personal page. This is actually your marketing page, how you want to brand yourself. Okay, when we talk about the linking profile, we are not really what to call that to judge you based on your profile. However, when we talk about how to attract the recruiter to look at your profile, this is the thing that you can do. Example, on the left hand side, there is the norm. That's actually the standard LinkedIn profile that you can use. When you upload your photo in the LinkedIn profile, you can see the blue the blue case the background at your back. So this is the thing that what people usually use. Okay. However, how to make it attractive for people when they look into your profile, they know, this candidate is actually quite creative. The way how he positioned himself, the way how he market himself or market herself. Okay, this is the thing that you can do. Some people will say in my previous session, they ask me, Andy, I'm not really good. I'm not really creative to do this. You do have to be creative on this. For example, when we talk about the background, we call it as a banner. When we talk about the banner, usually we talk about the person who you are. For example, if let's say we talk about myself, I want to portray myself actually the very clean type of candidate. Okay, so how you want to get the free banner for your linking? Always remember, you don't have to spend so much money for this. Okay, you can use the Canva, and then register yourself. There is some some free background that you can use, some free banner. So go to the canva.com, and then from the canva.com, and then at the search button, okay, always remember at the search button, click at the linking banner. Okay, like myself, I click the linking banner, and then you can see all the free banner that you can use. Okay, after that you can decide, okay, I want to use this banner. Like myself, I use this banner for me to use, and how I want to make different from others. So how I want to make it more attractive, because when talk about the banner, you can see, you can decide whether you want to go to up, because the size of the banner actually quite big, so you can move a bit high or move a bit down depending on you. So how to make it different from others? Because if let's say the same the two person same using the same background, we can say, oh, this is the free one, so they are not really creative. But like myself, I want to make it different. So from from that banner, I will add my name, Effendy Hamdan, CIMB graduate recruiter, at the screen of that monitor to make it different from this. So probably if let's say 3 or 4 type of candidate using the same banner with me, but the way how I position myself a bit different, because I use my name at the screen, and then for me to do some marketing about myself. Okay, how to do it? Like I mentioned earlier, currently I'm using Canva, the free Canva. Click at the linking profile or linking banner, and then you can have, I think, about more than 10 for you to use. Okay, the next one for you to understand, next one for you to learn. What else? What else that you can do by having the good profile, the good photo, and also for the good banner for your linking profile? Okay. Number one, in LinkedIn profile, there is the free element that you can use for you to frame it. When you talk about the frame it, actually they will make it your photo ground like myself, and then they will use the hashtag at your photo, hashtag open for objective, looking for the job. This is the thing that you can click and then you can add on. Like ourselves in the recruiter, we can also we can use the framing open to work, or we are do the hiring. This is the thing that we can do. So meaning to say that when you use the hashtag, you frame your profile, and then when recruiter go to your LinkedIn profile, we say, oh, Mr. A looking for a job, open to work. So we can use that. Oh, we know that he or she is currently looking for a job. And at the same time, what else to make you different from others? This is the thing that you can do. This is the thing that you can learn. Because let me tell you the truth. During my previous employment, not only CIMB, because I was with other 2 JLC before this, the candidate very rare to use this, because you can add the cover story of your for the spending 30 seconds video for you to add the cover story, who you are. Okay, you can record yourself and then to register. Like for example, you can have the 30 seconds to impress the recruiter. You do have to talk about, oh, my name is Effendy Hamdan, I'm working with the CIMB. Okay, you do have to do that. You do have to do, okay, my name is Mr. A, my name is Miss B, I'm currently the final year student from UKM. Okay, because the time frame very limited. What you can do, my personal advice actually for you to do, like what the thing that you can bring to the table. When we talk about what the thing that you can bring to the table, we talk about, I'm good in data analysis, I'm good in the in the people and project management, I've done this and that. So meaning within the 30 seconds, you cover about yourself, but not on your personal side, but on your experience and the skill set that you have. Okay, got it? Okay, any question before I move to the next slide? Okay, can we go? Okay. What else that you can do? I mean, I just talked about the linking profile at the top bottom, the first quarter of the page. Okay, this is the thing that you can do from time to time. If let's say you are looking for the headline actually roughly, I think you can use about 120 characters for you to sell yourself. Usually when you register in the linking, okay, you are automatically, you can get your current job title, the current company you attach with, or the university. This is the thing that you can have actually by default. But what else that you can make it interesting, attractive to especially for the recruiter to use the keyword to recognize you? Okay, You have to use something like the interesting job title. You don't have to put example. If let's say you are currently a marketing executive, you are the sales executive, you are SR executive in one company. Okay, you don't have to put like SR executive. It's quite boring because thousands of people out there, they are using the same title. So how to make it better? Okay, later I will go one by one. And then the company's name actually quite relevant because people will link into them. If let's say we are looking for a candidate who previously has worked in MNC, has worked in GRC, this may add some weightage in terms of your job application. And always remember to use the good keyword. I will share with you about the keyword and also the zinc factor. Example, some of the recruiter in CIMB, we are using the talent builders. When we receive the offer letter, our job not a talent builder. We are the HR manager, HR assistant manager, blah blah blah. But what to make it interesting? You are currently looking for the talent. You build up the talent pool in your company. So we are using CIMB talent builders. So if let's say you want to sell about your you want to sell about your specialty, you can put like the passionate UX designer, the future passionate UX designer. You can sell your skill set from that. This is the thing that you can use for you to know about what people looking at your profile. Example, if let's say I'm currently looking for the UX designer and I go to the one profile, example, Mr. A, computer science student. And Mr. B, passionate UX designer. This is something that, I think he's quite creative in terms how he sells himself in the social media, in the online profile, in the online platform, So we can see, I think I want to connect with this particular candidate. And then at the same time, if let's say you want to share about your current background of study, your field of study, probably you can use the accounting graduate / dream achiever. So meaning to say that we know that you are coming from the accounting field of study, but who you are actually the dream achiever. Whatever thing that you dream, you're actually the one who always want to achieve that. And then also at the same time, this is the quite important because people usually, they tend to relate with the field of study and who you are. I give you example. When talk about the actual science student, we always see that as the student with the numbers. They not really go out to do some outdoor job, talk to the people. They tend to play with the numbers. So if let's say you are actual science student, but at the same time when talk about your personality, opposite from who you are during your study time, you are actually the national debater. You are actually the national debate winners because you are the numbers related of student, but you love to talk. So you can put like this, actual science final year student, because you are currently still a student / 2019 national debate winners. So, but always remember from time to time, example, for this year, you are the final year student. By July, by August, you already graduated. So always remember to change that, because by having said that, we as a recruiter, we know that you are always up to date in terms of your online profiling. So meaning to say that probably you can check this actual science graduate / 2019 national debate winner, something like that. And then also you can share about your expertise. When talk about expertise, I give you an example that you are a tennis coach to your club. You can put like tennis coach / UKM accounting graduate. So by having said this, we know that you are quite the people person, because you can engage with the student. You know how to do some event, but at the same time, you know where you're coming from, which is from the UKM, and then what field of study that you are currently doing. This is the thing that you can do in your headline. Okay. Okay, the next one. Okay, this is the thing that you want to do, because when you want to sell your online profile, you always to remember that you must have the customized URL, and also at the same time for you to create the QR code. I give you the two examples for this. Okay, customized URL actually for you to put in your CV later on. When people look into that, people know what the name that you are using in your LinkedIn profile. For example, if let's say you do have like a very long name, I give you example for the Malay candidate, like Muhammad Saiful Nizam Abdullah bin something. So probably in the in your LinkedIn profile, you are using only Saiful Abdullah, or your dad's name is Amran, you are only using the Saiful Amran. So by customizing your URL for your linking, so probably from the linking /Saiful Abdullah. So this is the thing that when we want to go to the ULinking, we don't have to search for your full name. We are using the keyword by your customizing your URL. And then when we talk about the QR code, this is the most important thing, especially during the pre-pandemic time, okay? Because when you go for the career fair, we as a recruiter in the company, especially for the current organization, we don't want to hold the bunch of the paper of the CV from time to time and to bring back home and then for us to do the screening on the candidate. So some of the company, they are having so-called the QR scanner. So by having your QR code, when you go to the booth, when you go to the company, and then you can get your future employer to scan your QR code, automatically they know who you are for them to link to your linking profile. This is the thing that we know that you are actually up to date. You are using the technology to each others. This is actually the first adversion that we do to our candidate. So always up to date what's happening in the current market. Okay. Later on, I will talk to Tun Ahmad Adlan. You talk about the engineering student. Okay, got it. Okay. When we talk about highlight your experience, achievement, and also involvement. Okay, this will be the next part. Just now we talk about the top part. We talk about your personal, we talk about your photo, how you look like, and then later we the second element we talk about the headline. What the thing that you compliment to your photo, what actually the thing that you compliment to your banner. We talk about the interesting job title, blah blah blah. This is the thing that we have in the second element. And the third element, actually we talk about for you to highlight your experience, for you to highlight your achievement, and also for the involvement. Okay, when we talk about the highlight your experience, achievement, and involvement, we are talking about the column about us. This is the thing that after they look to your profile, they look about to your name, we want to get to know you, who you are, before we understand about your education, about your experience. Okay, this is something that you highlight. Whatever thing that you have at the bottom, this is something for you to highlight, for people to know, to get to know you, for them to get to know you, better. So this is something that you can bring up, something special about you, something that people need to know about you, people that they are looking for this type of the candidate. So if I talk about that, you have to highlight some achievement, some involvement that probably you can add in some numbers into that. When I talk about to include some numbers, actually what the thing that you have involved previously. When I talk about the numbers, because you need to highlight, I give you an example. You actually the funder, the treasurer for one accounting or economics club, you able to raise the fund up to 20,000 ringgit for your final the grand dinner for the society. So you highlight that. When talk about manage to collect, manage to get fund of RM20,000 for the grand final dinner for the committee. This is the thing that we are not able to get from your CV. So you have to highlight your achievement. When we talk about your highlight the achievement, example that you are you receive the Dean Award every semester. You can put that in. For example, you are the the scholar for one prestigious the scholarship body. You can put that in together, and also at the same time, you also can highlight what solution that you can bring to the your future company. Example, you know that currently all the banking industry, they're looking for someone who really good in design, who really good in data, who really good in coding. So you can put that in, that you are the license of the so-called the SAP license. You are the to call it the HTML program license, HTML programmer. That the thing that people will look into that. Oh, this one very good. He's not only studying computer science. They're not studying only for the what to call it the accounting, the economy, but at the same time he managed to what to call it to get the certification for the skill set that what we're looking at. When we talk about the skill set, you not only we go for the technical like coding, we not really go for the technical. When we talk about the project management, we also talk about other things. When we talk about other things, is actually relate to the some of the what to call that the engagement style. Example, if let's say we talk about the HR student, you are certified recruiter, you are certified interviewer, you already go went for the online courses and you pass. This is the thing that you can highlight your experience, you can highlight your involvement and achievement. At the same time, how you want to prove it, because we can put everything in our profile to tell about us, but how you want to make the recruiter believe in you. So this is the thing that you can do for you to add some social proof. Example, some of your what to call it, some of your work that they that has been like highlighted in this one social media, one company that you can put it in. Okay, I got involved in this CSR project, I got involved in this. If let's say you are actually part of the what to call it for the project management, because if let's say you are previously intern in one company, you get involved in that. So what we talk about the social proof, probably you have some photo that you can prove it. Okay, this is one photo that we are during that particular time, we are having the pitching session from the vendor. I got involved in this. That was me. You can see from the photo, and then the rest of the team. Even though you are not able to finish up the project because of the duration of your internship, but you still can sell that story because you get yourself involved in that. So always remember, this is the way how we distinguish and also make to differentiate our online profile with others, for you to communicate your expertise, for you to communicate what the thing that you can bring to the table, whatever thing that you have in your plate, for people, for the recruiter to know that this will be my future candidate. I really want to talk to you. Okay, and also when talk about the connection, okay, always remember that what the thing that you want to do. Example, if let's say you are the graduate, you are currently looking for a job, you should know who in that particular company hiring for that position that you want. Example, in CIMB, when we talk about the graduate recruitment, all three of us, myself, Adrienne, and also Sharon, all of us actually involved in the graduate recruitment, but in the different portfolio. So what the thing that you can do, you can make connection. And then it's not only that. So you need to know what things happening, what the thing that we are currently doing, and then for you to follow, for you to understand. Example, if let's say one of the posts that I'm doing, actually I'm talking about the current trend of HR in pandemic. So you can know about that, and then also you can learn. You can do some research, and if let's say you've been called for interview by me, at least we can talk about this. Okay, it's not only that. Example, myself, Adrienne, and also Sharon, all of us actually reporting to the different boss. So at the same time, you also can connect, you can make a connection with our bosses. Not only that, you can also make the connection with others. So meaning to say, you are not really connecting for one particular person, you can connect with our bosses as well. So meaning to say that you can know what type of candidate that we're looking at, because when we talk about the HR, we post about current trend, what the current hiring. This is the thing that you can learn. It's not only that, when we talk about HR, you should know about what the portion that you're looking at, which is when talk about your field of study. If let's say you are talking about someone coming from the computer science, someone coming from the from the actuarial or mathematics statistics student, you should do some research who they are, the most prominent person in that particular company for you to connect with. So meaning to say that if you connect with the good person in that company, actually they enhance for you to open up your profile to others. So meaning to say that if let's say for the time being you are connected to the CEO for the company company A, and then actually you are able to connect with other leaders as well. So always make the connection. Because from the time to time, we as a recruiter, we know that you are really active in the linking. It's not only looking for a job, you're also able to make your connection bigger. This is the thing that what we looking at for our future candidate. Okay. Last but not least, when talk about the arrangement for the linking, always remember for you to check. Always remember for you to update in your linking. What the thing that you can do. Okay. If let's say you are currently passionate for the UX designer, you should know about what's happening in the current market. So you can share some news. You can share what updates. Example, when we talk about the current system, what are the current limitations that company A or B currently doing? Probably they want to do some enhancement in their system. So you can share about that news as long as the news is valid. So go to the right sources before you share. You don't have to write a news. You don't have to write article. Just share the news. Just share some update. But at the same time, janganlah tangan kosong. So you don't have to only share. So when you share the article in the linking, the article about your interest, you also can do some update. What is your thought about it? What actually your view about that particular movement, about that particular about that particular update? Example, I give you the standard example. If let's say one of your lecturer currently being promoted to the so-called the professor or for the dean for that particular faculty, so the news has been updated in the UKM linking. So what do you just share that information, share in your linking, and then you can say conversation doctor blah blah blah, and then you deserve blah blah blah, and then look forward to work with you for the future. This is the thing that you can do to make your linking your online profile active. Okay, let me see whether we have other question or not. Okay, later I will talk about this to the end, because we do have the another sharing about the way how we do the search about the candidate. If let's say they talk about the political feeling, something like that. Okay. Okay. I will go straight away to this, to the secret to attract the recruiters in linking. Always know, always remember, always have the determination. You should know about your goal. When we talk about your goal, you should know what type of the job that you're looking at, and then for you to put it in, for you to update your profile. Number two, this is the thing that people don't really use it. I'm very surprised, especially when talk about the youngsters. People all like me, I've been in the industry for, I think, more than 15 years now. I think you know my age already. Okay, I also use this. So always remember, for you to read the job decision before you apply for the job. So meaning to say that, do you know how to use the word cloud? Okay, it's very, very simple. For you to copy all the job description, okay, and then for you to paste it in the word cloud, and then let them to generate the word cloud for you, and then you can see the frequent word using for that particular job. So you know, okay, this is the job, the section what we looking at. When we talk about that, probably the word like analysis, when we talk about the research, when we talk about the problem solving, probably it make you can see the bigger font. So you know, for that particular job, they're looking for that type of candidate. So before you apply, what you can do, actually, for you to some adjustment on your CV. But always remember, you cannot lie. But when talk about adjustment, probably the way how you structure your CV. Example, when we talk about the analyst work, when talk about the work that requires some analysis competency. Okay, so this is the thing that okay, they're looking for someone who able to do some analysis work. So probably previously your analysis when we talk about your analysis work, you put at the bullet point number 4 or 5. So for that particular job, they're looking for that type of candidate. So you can move up to number 1. So we know what the type of candidate. Because we as a recruiter, when we read the JD, we straight away, okay, we talk about the analysis. We know, read from your CV, we know, okay, this the type of candidate, what we look at. And number 3, always remember to update yourself with the current trend, especially for those in technology. What happening in the current market. When we talk about those who coming from the business, when we talk coming from the economics, business, accounting background, you should know what's happening in the current market. When we talk about that, you always remember, if we talk about the merger and acquisition happening in the one company to another company, what's happening, at least you know when they call you up for the interview, we can talk about it. And then number 4, always make your profile public, because this is the thing that what we're looking at. Okay, and number 5, we talk about always prioritize your skill. So always remember for you to make it your what to call that, yourself. Don't sell only your CV. This is the thing that we want you to also to go for some online classes, example for the webinar classes, for you to get some certification to make yourself different from others. Like I mentioned earlier, actually we talk about how you want to make the connection. Always update your job preference. When we talk about update your job preference, this is the thing that you can do in your LinkedIn, because under the setting, you can update your job reference. If let's say you're looking for something related to the management training program, and then you can update your LinkedIn. Okay, this is the type of job that what I am looking at. So meaning to say that if let's say the opportunity comes into the picture, you can get the notification. Remember, you have to do this by your own, because this is the information, this is actually the machine learning that we have in the LinkedIn for you to update your profile, and then for you to get the notification from the job that we have applied. And then also always endorse and recommend others. Okay, how to do this? I will talk about this after this, because I want to talk to finalize for the next 2. Always join the webinar from the organization and be active. So meaning to say that later on we will going to ask the education. Myself, Adrienne, and also Sharon will notify you. Hey, this candidate asked us the good question. So what the thing that we can do with this candidate? Probably we can link with your career center for us to talk to you later. And then always don't forget call to action. Meaning to say that in the column of about us, after you sell yourself, okay, because your personal information actually at the bottom at the linking, so you do your call to action from the top. I'm interested and open for opportunity. Please feel free to connect with me via linking or email me or your phone number. Okay, this is the thing that you can do, the call to action. Now I move back to the endorse and recommend others. Okay, when you do this, okay, you need to get the endorsement from others. How to get the endorsement for others? You don't have to wait until you look for the job. Okay, this is something that people will look into your online profile, and then you do some endorsement from you get some endorsement from the leader, the industry leader, and then we will look into that. So if let's say you are currently intern with one company, upon completion of your internship, straight away to send a request via LinkedIn for your supervisor to evaluate, to recommend you. So he or she will write something about you, and then for you to approve to be published in your LinkedIn. You don't have to wait, because always remember, if let's say later on you may reporting to Adrienne, you may reporting to Sharon, we do have many intern reporting to us before. So meaning to say that upon completion of your internship, straight away to seek for the endorsement, and then for your current supervisor to endorse you, to write something about you, what the thing that you can do, what the thing that you are good at. Okay, because if let's say you are 6 months later, probably he or she may tend to forget about you because he or she has many candidates. Okay, and then also at the same time, ask the recommendation from your lecturer. Example, if let's say you are currently in the semester year 3, and then you are really good in that particular subject, straight away to connect with your lecturer in the linking, and then ask he or he to endorse you to talk about you. Example, probably your lecturer can talk, Mr. A or Miss B, actually one of the good student, very active in the outdoor activity, blah, blah. At least you can get the endorsement earlier before you move to the final year. Because if let's say if let's say you tend to wait for the final year, your lecturer probably tend to forget because he has many students that he are currently focusing with. So always remember, ask as soon as possible upon completion or during that particular time. And also at the same time, you can recommend others. If let's say you are the president for the accounting club, the president for the for one of the project, the event, so you can notify that one of your group team members is very good. You can come up with your recommendation, talk about that particular person. This is the thing that we can see your leadership, how you evaluate your team member, even though both of you actually at the same position, which is both student, both final year student, but how you can give your recommendation. And also always remember how to write it, and then you can learn via online how to write the good recommendation. And before you publish your recommendation, what the thing that you can do, actually you can get someone to do some proofreading, whether you use the right grammar or not, because at the same time, we as a recruiter, we are not only see the element what people endorse about you, we also read your recommendation to others. So always remember, before you publish on something, do get second eyes to check on that particular thing. Okay. Okay, before we proceed to the next stage, hold on, it's already about 1 hour. Okay, it's very long. Okay, before we proceed to the next stage, and then for me to answer the question for the student, I think we can go for the toilet break for a while before we get the next presenter to talk. I will go through the question for the 5 minutes. If let's say we are not able to read all the question here, and then we will wait for the next one. Okay. Okay. For this engineering student, okay. Later I will share about you what the job opportunity for engineering background, because we're going to talk about that later on. Okay, for the Izan, the question is, can we highlight about our volunteer experience and how to describe it? Okay, yes, you can do that. Your CSR work, okay? So always remember that you don't have to do like so-called like the one statement. When we talk about the statement that, okay, I involved in the CSR work in, for example, for the during the pandemic, to be part of the the vaccine team. Okay, but what you want to highlight, what the key takeaways. Okay, what do you mean by the key takeaways? The way that how you handle the crowd, the way how you handle the difficult situation, how you do this, and then what are those achievements that you get during that particular time. If you don't put like statement involved in CSR project with the KM during the for the free vaccine, blah blah blah, that actually the statement that usually people will use it. But always highlight the key takeaways, the thing that you learn during that particular time, what the difficulty that you are facing and how you overcome it. Example, we talk about the crowd management, we talk about managing the difficult situation, managing the elderly, and how you do that. So meaning to say that we can see that how agile you are, how think out of the box, the type of candidate who you are, for us to relate into that. Okay. The next one, question from OFD. I just want to know, when we want to apply for the job, is a shout of the company that we apply, such our personal life, example, political feeling, lifestyle, and any behavioral. Okay. Always remember, when we talk about the social media, LinkedIn is a professional social media. Okay, sorry. Because I'm actually at home. Always remember that linking your personal, your professional platform for you to search a job. However, when we talk about other social media, my personal advice, try to limit within your crowd. Okay, try to limit it to your particular circle. So yes, if you ask me personally, I open to any what to call that, any for you to express your feeling towards current situation. But always remember that the way how we do that, whether you are the negative type of person or you are the positive type, meaning to say, if let's say you are not happy with the current situation in your university, okay, you talk about how bad they are managing the student during the pandemic, okay, how you want to address in social media. Always remember to write in the positive note. Okay, this is happening in the blah blah blah. Okay, my personal advice, why they don't want to do this, because you can give some recommendation. Don't talk about the bad thing happen, but you give some solution. This is the thing that we are looking for, the type of candidate, because we don't want to focus on the problem. We want to focus on the solution. So probably yes, one of us, we may read from your social media, but I always remind the student, just keep it to yourself. If let's say you want to open it up, always remember to put in the personal point of view, because this is the thing that what we can do. Example, I give you one example. If let's say you are not happy with a certain situation and how we can improve it, give your recommendation, give your idea, instead of talking about that thing on that particular. Like ourselves, if let's say people not happy about us, why we allow others to talk bad thing about us? Why don't we go to that particular person and then we ask, okay, what I can improve, what I can do better? Okay, that's my answer for that. How in terms of the use of social media such as FB, IG, Twitter, does employer examine the meta-based? Yes, some of the company they do that. Like I mentioned, limit yourself within your own crowd. Okay, you should know about that. When you tend to be more public, probably you what to call that. I'm not saying that you limit yourself for the employment, because some of the request actually quite open, but being positive. When you are not happy with something, try to talk about the bad thing, how to improve it, instead of you blaming others, and then also you talk about the bad thing with the some nasty word. Why don't you make it more positive? I give you an example, like if let's say people not happy with our parents, and then our neighborhood talk about that, we are not happy with that, right? Because people talk bad thing about us. So you put yourself in their shoes. So if let's say you're not happy with them, why you talk about the bad thing about others? You give some recommendation. Okay. Okay, recommendation letter. Okay, this is the thing that yes, we want to have that, but at the same time, when we talk about the recommendation, or make it online. You can get from the endorsement. We can get the recommendation online for them to use that. If let's say they want to, some of the company they are willing to write in the hard copy, scan it, and then you can put in your about us, because just now I did mention about the social proof, right? So you can put it there. It's good to have. Okay. Okay, I think that's all for me. And then after this, I will talk about the job opportunity, and then let's do some sharing. For those who already vote for us, thank you for that. From time to time, myself, Sharon, and Adrienne, we will do some sharing about and to answer your question from here. Okay, Sharon, are you ready?
Yes, Andy, I am ready, always ready.
Okay, sorry to take so I didn't know that I only 1 hour from here.
Andy on Saturday, Andy has moved. Good.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay. Andy, before that, right? Okay, you want to go ahead first? Okay. You go ahead with yours first, then I'll take over.
Okay, this is actually we want to talk about the when we talk about the job opportunity in CIMB, we talk about our graduate training program. When we talk our graduate training program, in CIMB, we believe the option to give to our future talent. We don't want to craft something and then get the student to apply and then get the student to run the show by their own and to feel like it. Okay, so meaning to say that we provide you with the option. We create with the opportunity for the student and then for you to decide. Myself will talk about the TCB and TCB fusion later on, and then I will pass the baton to Sharon to talk about the opportunity with the TCB digital. Sharon, are you ready to go?
Yes, I'm ready. Always ready.
Okay, it's all yours
one
now.
moment. My video. Andy, can you exit your slide?
Yes, because I make it grayish for the TCB and TCB fusion.
Yeah, no, just exit your slide. I need to project something.
Okay, sorry. Hold on. Stop sharing. Okay.
Hello, everyone. Happy Saturday. Is everyone doing good? Do I get some answers? Is everyone sleeping? What's everyone doing? Yes, I got one guy to finally answer me. Yes. Keep it going. Hello. Hi. Okay, I see response. That means people are paying attention. Andy, you're doing a good job. Thank you for joining us on a Saturday. Really appreciate it. I don't have a very fancy background. Somehow it does not work. My laptop isn't being kind to me, but I definitely want to do something differently. Okay, to kickstart, right? Maybe could we do things differently today? All right. Nope. Right, could we log into Kahoot and have this? Could I get you guys to please log in? And just put in this pin and then we can maybe start a small short game. I'm not going to introduce myself. I'm not going to have anything. I'm going to start off with, I think we have had enough of 1 hour talking. So let's do things a bit differently. Only 2 people, 3, 4, 5. Okay, come. Keep it going. Ayo, put lah some name, Hulk ke, Powerpuff Girls ke. No, don't be so nice lah.
Looking for a job.
Yes, interesting things, right? Everyone's stranded at home. It's lockdown. Let's have some fun. 55 people. I think I have 200 plus people logged in. Let's go till 100.
Food hunter. Interesting.
SpongeBob. Okay, Buff and Fluff. Help me win. No, darling, you're not going to win anything here. I'm the best. I love that. Okay. Rock Saturday, great. Yes, let's rock it. Whoever say rock Saturday, don't rock it with me. Kena nanti. Okay, Boba Eddie. Okay, bunga. Cantik macam bunga. Good. What? Tornado. Great.
Godzilla.
Okay. Godzilla. Okay, go. All right, let's go. Okay, this is the UKM slide. So we have 3 things. How is your Saturday? Okay, I slept till lunchtime till Andy had to call me.
Alamak.
Andy called me, Andy was like, wake up. Okay, I'm going to give it some time for people to answer, yeah?
You're so active, Sharon. How you get the energy?
Because I slept till lunch, Andy. Andy, more than you, right? I think your kids are active, you know.
Yes, I just one reason I have to mute all the time.
Okay. Right, 67. Getting ready. Wow, very confident. But still, I try to give the 67 people a job. Binge eating, being lazy. Okay, great. Next, a little. Let's get into what's going on these days. Okay, hi, and okay, all of these people. Right, next. Are any of you here positive? Have family members that are positive at the moment of family under quarantine? Okay, no, so we have 13 people. Okay, right, okay. To the 13 people, I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope your family is doing fine. Together we'll get through this. Just the rest of the 129 stay at home, okay? Right, so these are the people that answered us, right? The next one, should we kickstart TCB Digital by doing something fun? Would you join if I choose to do things differently? This means turning on your camera.
Wow, so laju the answer.
Laju. Okay, we have 113 people said yes. Okay, great. Turn on your cameras. I don't care you are wearing whatever you're wearing. Doesn't really matter. Not to say I'm wearing very beautiful or I look, very hot or sexy or whatsoever. Not, no. I am not. Okay. Why I don't see people turning on their cameras?
Come on,
okay, I'm going to
guys.
start calling Amar, Sabrina, Shazana, Anis, Shai, Yuyu, Aina, Nick, Fatiha, Kalpana, Hannah, Naze, Lisa, Farah. I'm going to harass my team also. Okay. Has majority turned on their camera? I can't see. Okay, come. I really can't see half of you guys here, but that's okay. Andy, do I have enough people turning on their camera? I can't seem to see who turned on and who did not.
Hold on, let me do this.
My boss just replied, I'm not Sharia compliant. Are you Lisa? Just grab that. I'm sure you're sitting near the curtain there. Just put on the curtain like you always. Okay, right.
Yeah, good. Yep. I think we have.
Okay, come stand. Everyone, stand up.
Oh, stand up.
Right. Stand. We got this. Stand. Okay. Do I have enough people standing up? I'm not going to make you guys do any workout. No, my workouts are in the evening.
I cannot. Not the wireless.
Okay. Okay, everyone. Andy, I really cannot see. So can you help me see if enough people are participating?
One.
Then I will start.
I think about the 1.5 half screen. I think good enough.
Yeah,
now.
yeah, 1.5.
Good enough?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
okay. I'm going to turn on some music. This music has everything related to what are you guys doing in your current employment, searching for the best, how you guys are not going to give up. So can I get you guys to groove with me a bit? Before, it's just going to take 2 minutes. 2 minutes of your time. Let's do this. And you know, let's have some fun. Forget that I'm forgetting that I'm working with CIMB. I'm forgetting that I'm here for a talk. Rather, I just want to have fun on a Saturday lockdown. I just don't want to look at my four walls anymore. At least let's have some fun. I can't do this on normal working. I can, but I waited to do this with you guys, right? Okay, I'll turn on some music. Can I get you guys? I mean, enough people dancing or not? The pressure's on, guys. So we got everyone warmed up? Okay, I'm gonna stop. Right, Andy, share your slides now.
Ambul Liz.
Okay, so okay, hello everyone. So for TCB Digital, just to introduce, my name is Sharon. I am the technology recruiter. So we have about close to 4 technology recruiters in CIMB HR. And we purely work for all this particular roles that are here: developer, data, UI, UX, cybersecurity, network, and infra and stuff, right? TCB Digital, what is TCB Digital? I'm going to talk about it. So the next slide. All right, what is this program all about? This program is a 1-year program. So if you're going to hear Andy or Adrienne speak after this, right, their program is very different from what I am actually doing. TCB Digital, it's a 1-year program. Your background has to be tech-related studies, yeah? You can, it doesn't really mean that tech means hardcore tech. You can also have a basic understanding. There are some people who come from engineering background, but having said that, the fact that they come from an engineering background, they do things a little differently. They pick up coding and stuff. So we are open to graduates like that. What happens in this program in the next 1 year is, right, if you're shortlisted, we would have a 1 month intense classroom training. Of course, we'll guide you guys through to do a few things and stuff, right? And from there on, we would actually then place you to 2 different business units that would help you ramp up your understanding in what you're doing. Now, having said that, if let's say you come and tell me, hey, I want to be a developer, example, a Java developer, right? So I would place you for the first rotation and the last rotation as a developer. But having said that, right, you don't really cover the entire SDLC, software development life cycle. And that's the core purpose of this program. Software development life cycle understanding. You need to know end-to-end what's happening. You don't only get comfortable in one job, one particular scope. So we actually move it quite a bit. Get you guys to have understandings in what happens in production support, maybe tester, maybe project management and stuff. So that's what's going to happen in the job rotations. Now, intakes, normally we have 2 intakes per year, March and October. Yes, next slide. What happened, what's the benefits in this, right? Now you would get salary, very interesting and very competitive salary. Now, I've off late, 22nd March, I had the first cohort for 2022 come in. Now that's a very interesting thing that, all these people, they come from different backgrounds, but from what I understand from them, CIMB is one of the banks in Malaysia that pays a pretty decent salary when it comes to the graduate program. So hence why we are competitive in the market. Besides that, you gain valuable experience in the real work industry and environments, giving you a head start in your career. Now that's where, going back to what happened, what I said earlier, you could be a developer, you could be a production support, you could do project management, you could be a tester. Now we are going to expose you to a lot of different divisions within the same projects perhaps, but this would give you an understanding to head start your career. Maybe I like development job, maybe I like a tester job more, maybe I like a project management job. All right, be taught the latest knowledge and skills. Now every other day, if you read news, if you just also when you work and stuff, right, there's always some new tools, some new technologies that are coming up every other day. Imagine me as a recruiter, I can't cope with that. I find it difficult. Before I could even understand what is technology A, technology B comes in, then technology C. By the time, we really upskill ourselves, it's never ending. Every other day, there's a new technology coming in, right? So this program would help you understand the new technologies out there as well. Okay, what would you experience? Of course, in this 1 year, technical skills, coaching and mentoring, project experience, and job rotation. Now, all of this will be covered in 1 year. Next. All right, so the cohort, right? Okay, so as of for now, our next intake happens in March 2020. October, we do not have an intake. So when it's March 2020, what happens to the first cohort in March 2020 is, March 2022, sorry. We will have phase 1, we will have a 1 month classroom training. All right, and then after that, we would be in phase 2, we would have rotation 1, rotation 2. When they say BU here means business unit, stakeholders, this is what we would cover. We would rotate you. And then we would have capstone projects. So we will also expose you to certain projects where you would have to, there will be certain assignments and given to you guys, not only by us within HR, but also by your business units as well. Then we would cover for you compliance, online learning, and as well coaching and mentoring. Coaching and mentoring doesn't mean it only has to come from CIMB. It comes from our CIMB senior management as well. But because CIMB is a banking industry, right? So we are very much focused on what the bank is doing. Sometimes we do get the external parties as well, external startups and stuff, right? To maybe come in and speak and give you guys an understanding about how a startup works. How different things out there in work. Maybe not banking, maybe, you know, fintech, maybe and anything, maybe like our sister company, TNG as well. They would come in and as well as guide you guys through. So these are the things that we would actually expose you to. Next slide. Okay, so this is what it is. This is my first cohort. Right on the left-hand side, they are my first cohort that joined us. And then, Andy, can you click on enter? Yes, this is cohort 1, and this is cohort 2 that joined us on March 2020. Now, very happily say my cohort 1, the cohort 1 in the department has graduated, all of them. They have graduated, they have been successfully given a placement, a job placement with CIMB for a permanent position. So these are all, except for the one that girls standing near the Christmas tree, everyone got through. We are the HR, yeah? So we don't get the job placement. And then on cohort 2, these are some of the babies that newly joined us in March 2020 back then. Right, so this is just to give you an overview and a very simple understanding about TCB Digital. Should you have any questions, you can shoot it out, or you can just type it in the chat box, and then perhaps I can take it from there.
Take the opportunity to ask the tech recruiter, especially for those coming from the IT computer science. We are recruiting for next year in March.
Yes, next year March. So that's when we are recruiting. So in case if you guys have any questions, anything that I can help you guys answer, feel free to share it in the chat box, perhaps towards the end of the session, then we can take it. But this is just to give you, that's what happens, an overview happens within TCB Digital, right? Nevertheless, postgraduate students as well, yes, it is open as well. It is. Why? We are open to diploma holders, we are open to degree holders, we are open to masters, we are open to everything else. So how to apply? We will have a link towards the end that how you can apply. As well as if you're interested, you can connect with me on LinkedIn as well. Towards the end, we will have that. You can, but trust me, if I get you guys into this program, this is what I make you guys do. I make you guys dance. Right, so any other questions? If there is no questions, believe we have taken up, we kick-started on you know, we have taken up quite some time. So I'll hand it back to Andy. If you guys have any other, do participants receive allowance and how much? Allowance, sorry, I didn't get that question, Akhil. But when you say allowance, TCB Digital is a graduate program where if you have graduated or yet to be graduated, we actually then give you a 1-year employment with CIMB. Of course, if you perform, you get a permanent position. But in that 1 year, every month we give you a salary, we pay you. It's not an allowance. Any tips to increase our chances to guarantee our placement? Technical skills. I guess your technical skills, be very transparent with what you have done in terms of what you have learned. Now I understand in unis and stuff, right? You guys are being taught very basic programming language like PHP and all of this. You all are not exposed. Try to, you know, try to join a lot of all these talks and, you know, a lot of this on Coursera. There's a lot of different you know, certifications or maybe trainings that you guys can take up to increase your chances in not only this particular program, but any program that you guys come across. Upskill yourself in terms of what you're doing. In CIMB, our core language that we use on most platforms, the language that we run on is Java Java language, Java J2EE, the latest one, right? So that's when, we do .NET as well. We do .NET, but for certain projects, right? We have certain projects like Murex and stuff. That projects run on .NET. But otherwise, most of our languages in CIMB run on the core Java, which is currently the trend in the market. But having said that, the other languages and other languages we still use like .NET. We still use old school languages like COBOL programming as well. But if you are in this program and you go in for COBOL programming, right, that particular department and stuff, I would ensure that you guys are given sufficient training. So like for cohort 2 that just joined us, we have had because COBOL is it's 80 years old in the market. It is some zaman dinosaur punya language, but COBOL is the core language that's being used for our credit card systems and stuff within not only CIMB. If you think about it, right, other banks also use that language, but it's just that it's not openly spoken about these days. But that is the language that's not going to die in the coming years as well, because that language runs few systems, critical systems for banking industry. Maybe for normal, smaller startups and maybe other companies out there, they don't use COBOL. But banking industry, they still do use COBOL programming. So that's how we would, we will provide you guys training for things that you have not learned. And that is one assurance that you can get from me. Okay. Right. So my colleague Chloe did share the link as well where you can apply, as well as towards the end, Andy would be sharing as well. So in case there's anything while the session is ongoing, I am online till the session is over. Then I have my colleague Chloe as well. So if you guys have, and then I have one of my another colleague Nazir, but maybe you can talk to me or Chloe on LinkedIn and stuff. Nazir is actually going through his vaccination. I'm sure he's hearing me from the vaccination center. But you can throw me and Chloe questions privately. We will be more than glad to take it up with you guys. Right, that's from me. Feel free to connect on LinkedIn. Feel free to connect on everywhere else, on platforms or emails and stuff. I'll take it up with you from there. Thank you, and I hope you guys have fun. Have a good Saturday. To the 13 people who are currently under quarantine, I hope you guys do well, do good, and take care, guys.
Thanks, Adrienne. Okay, you don't have to worry because our team.
Andy, my name is Sharon.
Sharon, yeah. Sorry. Thanks, Sharon. Okay, just to let you know that we will be here until the end of the session. So we are going to do another sharing about the other job opportunity. Hold on. Okay. Let me take this first. Okay, like we mentioned earlier, when we talk about the job opportunity, when we talk about the graduate training program, we provide you with option. We let you to decide which particular platform that you really want to use. Example that Sharon did mention, for those who are coming from the IT, computer science, who love to do the sum related to the technology, who love to play with the data, TCB is still actually the right platform for you to apply. When we talk about that, let me emphasize again, the next intake will be in March 2022, which is for those who are going to graduate somewhere in, August, September. Okay, you can apply during the Q4 this year. Okay, this is the thing that we opened up the platform for all of you to do. Later on, I will share with you what are those stages for you to go through. Okay, besides TCB Digital, we have another 2 TCB that we would like to share. Number one, we talk about the TCB, which is the original, the complete banker program. And number 2, we talk about the TCB Vision. Let's talk one by one. Number one, we talk about the TCB. This is the program that we have for us to see the more on the leadership track for the candidate, for our future leader, for them to be rotated within CIMB from the different type of the banking industry. When we talk about that, we are focusing for the agility within the banking. What the thing that you should learn during that particular period on the first year, and then what the thing that you can emphasize that you can learn. Number one, when we talk about the arrangement, this will be the 2-year program for the TCB. When we talk about the TCB for a 2-year program, let me emphasize, you will be getting a salary. You are not getting the allowance, you will be getting the salary. And then this is actually so-called a permanent portion. However, always put in your mind, when we talk about the permanent portion, always remember that every year we're going to have the evaluation, meaning to say that we will decide whether you can continue or not. But we will decide for you to be continue or not. And at the same time, what actually the best department that we can offer it to you. Like for us to understand about the 2-year program, for the first year, for you to understand about what's happening in the first year. For the first year, actually for you to for the first year, for the first 3 weeks joining us, you will be joining the virtual classroom training. What happening in the classroom training, what the thing that you need to understand about, what the future thing that you need to learn for you to get your hands dirty to do the job, for you to roll up your sleeve and then to join our team, and then for you to perform on certain particular role. When we want to talk about that, during the first 3 weeks classroom training, you're going to learn about the specific jargon as a banker. Some of you to understand about how to do the so-called the sum analysis, for you to understand about how to learn how to read the journal, how to read the profit and loss, how to read some financial statement. This is the thing that you can learn, because probably some of you may coming from engineering background, you may come from the non-banking, non-accounting, non-business and non-economic background. You can learn from time to time. Upon completion of the 3 weeks classroom training, okay, this is the time for you to hit the ground running. You will be rotated in the wholesale banking. After that, the consumer, commercial, and Islamic banking. When we talk about this arrangement, you can let us know during the job interview what type of the industry that you're really interested with. So, meaning to say that we get all information and then we will put together in our recommendation, and then we will evaluate, and then we're going to talk to the business. However, at the same time, always remember that subject to the requirement on that particular time. Example, for nowadays, when we talk about the pandemic, we are more focusing for the consumer and commercial banking. This is the thing that we coming up, the e-commerce, the business. Probably you may need to be there for you to understand about the role. This is only for the investment banking. It's also focusing for the consumer, focusing for the commercial, and also focusing for the Islamic. And at the same time, for you to understand about what those in the digital banking. Okay. When having said that, always remember that not necessary for you to be in the wholesale banking to be the frontliner. When we talk about that, some of you probably you are in the middle office, some of you probably at the back office. So meaning to say the role in that particular division, in that particular rotation, probably different from one to another. At the same time, because if let's say you are under the commercial the consumer banking, probably you need to understand how the customer behave, how they behave towards our product, how they behave towards our platform. So probably some of you during your attachment with the consumer banking, probably you need to go down to the field and then for you to understand on their behavior. But always remember, because we really emphasize on the safety of our staff. So meaning to say that if let's say you have to go down to the field to meet up the client, so we need you to understand about some safety element, especially during this pandemic time, because we need to understand that when you go down there to meet up our client, this is the security, this is the safety measure that you need to take into it. Okay, upon completion for the 1-year TCB program, after completion of that, and then the team from the TCB, the so-called your counselor, the team will going to evaluate you. If everything goes well, and then you can move to the 2nd year, which is more interesting. So meaning to say that based on the evaluation during your 1st year, we will decide which department that you will go through. Probably the department that you really want, go into it, or probably something that you never think about it, because during the job rotation, you can learn from time to time. I give you one example. That's before I joined CIMB, that's really one she's really good. She thought she really want to go to the Islamic banking because of the field of study. She really want to go and then to learn and then to be part of the team on the second year. However, towards the end, and she came back to us and then she said, I want to go to digital banking. I had fun during that time. I learned more. Okay, this is the thing that we create the opportunity for you to learn. So keep your mind open. Learn as much as you can during the first year, and then you can decide what the thing that you can do in the second year. Okay, what's happening in the second year? Interesting, because number one, because on the first year you will be talk about the business unit, we talk about the commercial, we talk about the consumer, we talk about investment, wholesale, everything. But in the second year, we give you opportunity to be rotated for you to decide to be placed in the 3 different departments. So we call CAR, we talk about the compliance, we talk about the audit, and also we talk about the risk. So within the 2 months, you can decide which department that you can go. At the same time, from our side, we will check whether the department has the opportunity or not. Okay. After the 2 months over there, we have another one which we call the elective development. I'm sure that this is something different from others. Okay. Sorry. Okay, we talk about the 3 elective development. I given this is actually the 4 opportunity that we give to our candidate intensively for them to decide. During the pandemic, this is the current one. The first 2, most probably that we are not able to do that because of the pandemic. You cannot go beyond that because you have to work with CIMB. But in the system that we have, you can ask to be seconded in other CIMB in other ASEAN country, whether in CIMB Niaga in Indonesia, CIMB Singapore, Thailand, and also Philippines. You can ask. But for now, due to the pandemic, we stop that opportunity. And number 2, we also stop this because of the pandemic, because you can ask to work in other CIMB partners. When we talk about the partners, we talk about the CIMB Foundation, we talk about the Touch and Go Digital, but due some limitation, because we don't want to spread the the current arrangement. This is the 2 that we stop for now, and then we will open up again later on. And then another 2, when we talk about that, if let's say you are currently in business, but due to the current opportunity, current demand that we have in the industry, you can request for you to learn about the coding. What else that you can make the thing faster for you to understand about some language probably used in the digital department, for you to understand about the coding. And at the same time, for you to, some of you really want to learn the Mandarin language, for you to polish up, not in terms of only for you to communicate, or probably for you to learn how to read, how to write about that. This is the opportunity that we have before you go for the permanent placement in the second year. Okay, because due to the time, I will make it fast. When I talk about the TCB fusion, this is the opportunity that we give to our students for them to decide. They're going to have the opportunity, the agility beyond banking. We are going, this is actually the partnership within the 2 companies under the one program. So we need to say that those who are in accounting or audit, they want to pursue their CA, the Certified Accountant program, they can request for this, and then we are partnering with the PwC. This is actually the 4-year program. The first 2 years you will be together with the PwC for you to be rotated to complete your certification, and then on the 3rd year you will be joined. Okay, on the 3rd year, you will be joining CIMB on the similar to the TCB, which is the year 1 for you to be rotated within the industry. And last but not least, on the 4th year, for you to go back to the PwC to complete your paper. So towards the end, for you to decide which company that you really want to go, which company interests you more for your future development. Okay, when let's talk about the accounting. When talk about the law, we are partnering with Zico. Zico meaning the 2 years with Zico and 1 year with CIMB. But however, this is the opportunity for those who are coming from the law background, and then for them to do the privilege with the Zico. You cannot do your privilege with other company, only with Zico, and then for them to decide the first 2 years to complete your journey with Zico, the 3rd year with CIMB, and later you decide whether you want to go to the corporate company like CIMB or you really want to go to understand about technical more on the Zico side. Okay, and then also at the same time we have the opportunity with the Teach for Malaysia, someone who really love to give back to the society, something like that. And then other thing, I don't want to talk about the technology because the technology side I will prefer for all of the students here to apply for the TCB digital. This is the thing that we have. Okay, for the time being, for the consulting, we will stop for there's no requirement for the consulting for this year. Okay. We'll go next, and then Adrienne has shared for those who are applying, interested to go for the to apply for the TCB. The next intake will be in October, but we are going to end of June to stop the process, and then the next intake will be in April. So just put in your mind, TCB digital must TCB in April. So sama kan, all in next year. Okay. What the thing that we can do, okay, during this particular time, during your job rotation during the TCB. So this is the thing that you may get the some of the industry experience during the job rotation. At the same time, we are going to support you with the foundation, the technical training, what the thing that you need to learn, how to read the financial data, how to understand about the financial statement, how to read the business proposal. This is the thing that you're going to learn. It's not only that, also for you to understand, for those who are involved in the project management, how to come up with a good project management, how to deal with the client, how to manage some project. And then also at the same time, this is the thing that we are going to provide you with the peer-to-peer learning. When we talk about that, you're going to have your partner in the TCB. You can learn from them. So this is the opportunity that we give, not only for you to learn from your supervisor, and you can learn among your team member, which is peer-to-peer learning. And the last but not least, we not simply to let you go, to let your hands out for you to drive your own plan. We want to ensure that you are all the time on the track, but we will let your hands go, and then if let's say you are off the track, and then we will put you back on the track with our dedicated career course. This is the thing that we have. For example, if let's say you have some difficulty for you to understand the job, always come back to us and then talk about the career course, what the thing that you need to understand about your job. We will be here to assist you for you to understand, because you are coming from the fresh graduate, for you to understand about the role. Okay. I'll make it fast about this. I already talk about the journey. Now I will talk about the selection process. Very simple. Number one, go to the website, and then for you to complete the online assessment. We do have the MQQ, meaning to say the minimum qualifier question for you to complete, for you to pass. Okay, because for this TCB, we are looking for someone who 27 and below. When we talk about the final score, when we talk about the grade, okay, 3.25 and above, second class upper and above, and also when we talk about WAM, 75% and above. However, for those who are coming from the different type rate, the scoring system, which is the 5th grade or the 9th grade, ask the university to convert into the 4th grade. So you will get your CGPA on that, and then for you to apply. When you complete and you pass the MQQ, within the 48 hours, you will get the assessment on the gamified. It's quite fun because this is not something that people will do, that you have to go for the serious the assessment. We make it in the fun way, gamified assessment, for you to understand, for you to put to put it through. My personal advice for this, those who are taking for the gamified assessment, okay, find your own time, no disruptor from the surrounding. You have to do, and then you have to focus on that for you to pass. We do have the scoring, the passing mark for that before we go for the next one. And then after that, we go for the digital interview, whether we are using the MS Team now for us to get to know you better after we read your and then evaluate your CV. When you pass for the digital interview, we go for the assessment center. Assessment center actually divided into the two categories. Number one for the group business case study, and then number two for the structured interview. We are going to do on the same day every assessment, and then for the time being, due to pandemic, we are doing virtually. Doesn't matter where you are now, whether you are outside from the Cranberry, you still can come and join the assessment center virtually. Okay, when you pass the assessment center, usually within the 2 weeks time, we will get back to you for your final interview, which is for those who already applied, and then we the next final interview will be happening next month with the with CIMB Group Chief People Officer. This will be conducted virtually as well, and then it will take about 30 minutes of your time for you to meet up with our big boss, and then for him to understand where you're coming from, and then for him for us to decide whether you can join or not. Okay, when you complete it and then pass the assessment, our colleague, which is Adrienne in this platform, she will be in touch with you to get all the documentation before we issue the offer letter. I think I already covered for the recruitment process and also for the career journey. But from time to time, if let's say you do have any other question, link with us in the linking, and then we will try our best and then to connect with you and then to help you to understand further. Okay, for those who are interested, okay, you can go to the career page, careers.cimb.com/freshgraduate. Under this category, we already list down the 3 TCB that we have: TCB, TCB Digital, and TCB Vision. And then you can click on that, and then they straight away to link you, to channel you to the application page, and then for you to fill out all the information. And then if let's say you pass the MQQ, and then within the 48 hours, you will get the online assessment link for you to continue. Okay. Okay, this is the part for us to share with you for the Pro2J and then for the internship program. Adrienne, are you ready?
Yes. Can you
Okay.
hear me? Okay. Hi. Okay. Yeah. Good afternoon to all. Okay. So my session will be quite quick on that part. Okay. So basically, I'll cover for the Pro2J part and also the internship. So Andy, next. Okay. So basically, internship is very straightforward, as I know that all of the universities, especially local universities, that you are required to do internship. So of course, the internship for us is the minimum requirement is actually at least 8 weeks, means that 2 months up to 6 months of it. Because if let's say you are too short, I mean that we want to expose you for more different opportunities is a bit difficult. So by the time, by the time you get your laptop, by the time you're really on the job, it doesn't learn much from there. So our internship is really an eye-opening experience for students, okay, especially if let's say you are looking for an internship upcoming. Okay, so yeah, you can actually apply with us. So minimum is actually 2 months up to 6 months itself. Yeah, okay. So meanwhile for Pro2J, okay, so for Pro2J, I think maybe not everyone knows about that. So this Pro2J, basically, it's actually a government initiative. It's actually targeted for fresh graduates, okay, that you're to design it that provide an opportunity for fresh graduates to explore and gain knowledge, especially to meet the industry demand, especially right now, what are the lacking part. So this is the point that this training program of 8 months itself will improve in terms of your skills, in terms to enhancing in terms of your communication skills, in terms of maybe your Excel skills, or all those things as well, because we actually wanted to impart in terms of employability and also entrepreneurial skills, okay, through on the job training. Because we think that that if let's say I give you on the skill, learn how to say training is not good enough, which still needs you to actually have the job training as well. So during this 8 months, you'll be exposed in terms of work as well. But of course, just to share with you as well, Pro2J also can be one of the stepping stone for you to actually to move to TCB as well, because we do have successful candidates is actually from this Pro2J program. Not even that before they ended their program, they actually enroll for our TCB as well. So we do have successful stories from there as well. So sometimes joining this, it doesn't mean that you are not to say, oh, maybe you are not qualify to be TCB or how, but because they want to enhance in themselves, they wanted to have some of the job training exposure. So at least they will see how well they can adapt to it. So when they apply for TCB, they are really ready for it as well. So this is also can be part of the program that you can go through before the TCB itself. Yeah. Okay, so if let's say, this is technically it's more for graduates, that it's going to, especially for final year students, if you are completing your study anyway soon, yeah, because we will be hiring on that part as well. Yeah. Okay, so this is basically what I'm going to cover it as well. Yeah, so Andy, back to you.
Sorry for that. Okay.
No worries.
Okay, just to let you know, Adrienne not focusing only for the internship and protege, she also is part of the team recruiting for the complete banker program. Okay, let us to answer the question first. Can we immediately get a job in the company after ending the program? Okay, to answer that, TCB is a permanent position. Okay, you will already in a job, but similar to other permanent position, the probation usually for the normal position will be in 6 months. However, for the TCB will be 1 year, and then we will do the assessment, the performance evaluation on the candidate, and then we will decide whether they can continue on the second year or not. So on the second year, actually on your permanent assignment. So meaning to say that you need to ensure that you really perform well during your, not only for the year one, you actually have to perform every year, but on the year one during your learning process, the learning opportunity, learn as much as you can, participate as good as you can, and then for you to understand about job, because this is the assessment that you are going through. So if let's say everything goes well, you will continue on the second year, and then for you to continue to work with us. Okay. The next question, I would like to know if CIMB offers scholarship for accounting graduate to take up professional paper success. Okay. For this one, my personal advice for you to apply for the TCB fusion under PwC. So meaning to say that when you join the program, okay, we are offering you a job together with the CA opportunity. So you need to go, you need to work with us and PwC for the duration of the 4 years, and also for you to complete your professional paper. Okay, we are for the scholarship, we are not sponsoring for the SCA or SCW, but you can apply and then to join us for the TCB fusion program. One of the requirement, you must coming from the bachelor degree in accounting related program, and then also you have to go through for the 2 type of the assessment, one from the CIMB and then number 2 from the PwC. You need to pass for the both assessment for you to go through this. Okay. Okay. I think there's no other question here. It's almost 4 o'clock. Okay. Do you have any other question before we end the session? Okay, while waiting for the question, I really hope that you can participate for this survey, because we are participating for the M100 and so for the GC award. So all your feedback, yes, we want the student to work for CIMB, one of your preferred company for you to work with, but at the same time there is some element that you can give your feedback to the company, and then for GCA and 100 to compile it together and then to pass to us. This is the thing that we can get your feedback from the student, what you really want, because we in CIMB, we don't want to be like short sendiri, okay, let's do this, let's do that. It's boring. This is not like the 90s. We want to hear from the student what you really want, and then for us to improve our service and then to offer the right program to the candidate. Okay, while waiting for the any other question before, because I really want to take the photo for all of you, and then for me to put it in our social media to say thank you to all of you. Okay, ada apa-apa soalan? You can on your mic straight away, no need to type kalau susah. I think we are done here. Is it Sharon and Adrienne?
Right, done.
I'm so lucky because I have 2 ladies. Every time that we go to the university, I accompanied by the two beautiful ladies to go for the campus. So lucky to be in CIMB. Okay, what else? Okay, I think we are done here. Okay, let's us to stop sharing, and then probably we can take the photo.
Is there any question from the student? Okay. So I take over. Thank you very much, Mr. Hairul Effendi, Ms. Sharon, and Ms. Adrienne for the valuable sharing session today. We have come to the end of our slot today. So we hope that it has been educational for everyone, and the information gained about personal branding would benefit all of you. Moreover, participants could get opportunities to have internship or join protege program with CIMB. Before we end this slot, we would like to take some pictures together, and all of the students can turn on your camera. Right? So, ready, yeah? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Right? Wait. Huh? Okay. One more. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So on behalf of UKM-Karier, I would like to once again thank you, Mr. Hairul Effendi, Ms. Sharon, and Ms. Adrienne, and all the participants for joining in this program. Thank you.
Thank you for spending your time during Saturday with us, and we hope to connect with you after this. Have a great weekend. Stay safe. Jangan keluar-keluar pakai mask.
Stay safe and take care, everyone.
Thanks so much, Azhar. Don't forget to say hi to Shikina.